Radun. Quarter-final time then, and it's the Polish Giants against the Czech Minnows. And many would tell you before the tournament started that this would be a foregone conclusion if these two sides met. Not a bit of it. The Czechs are here and they are determined to make it through into the semi-finals. To do so, they'll have to beat the European champions Poland. 40 minutes separate the two sides. First, though, will be the national anthems. Czechia and Poland. Poland, the number 3 ranked side in the world, who finally got their hands on major tournament trophies this year. That was in Moldova back in June. The Polish side beating France by 4-2 in the final to finally secure that piece of silverware after 2 final defeats on the world stages. Meaning, of course, that they are yet to win a World Cup, or indeed the newly named TUI Soccer World Championship. Czechia made their first appearance in the tournament that the Poles won. That was the Euro Cup, and they turned up unranked, of course, as they have in this, unknown, and played pretty well, actually. The only trouble was for them is that they had a group that contained Germany, Georgia and Albania, who were all extremely well versed in how to play soccer, and ultimately finished 4th in a 5-team group. Unable to qualify, but you did get the sense that from those performances that they would do well in the World Championship here in Mexico, and they have. This one, though, is a massive task. Are they good enough to get past a side like Poland, who have bags of experience as well as tons of quality? Poland's leading scorer of all time, Bart Delmbicki, is also the lead scorer in the championship. He's the one to watch in the number 7 shirt for Poland. Sebastian Divis, the Czechia defender, and number 9 is the lead scorer for them. 6 goals to his name, and he is quite some player. Poland, kicking from left to right on your screens, are in the red, and the Czechs, of course, are in the white, almost ready to go. The second quarter-final of the day. The rest of the quarter-finals will take place tonight. Semi-finals in the morning, final tomorrow night here in Cancun. Mexico yet to play a little later on tonight to secure their place. And the Czechs immediately unwilling to close the ball and allow Poland to retain possession. Czechs will look to frustrate, they'll look to keep it tight, and they'll look to counter, particularly later on in the game. Rod Burke.
Yeah, excited for this one. Poland pretty capable of forcing any team to sit deep, but we've seen that so far Czechia are one of the most effective sides at breaking on opposition.
Well,
so should be interesting.
Divis was trying to break away there with a challenge on Delbitsky, and had the whistle not blown, he would have been in, but a free kick was awarded. That's Elsner. That's a nice little lift over the top for Delbitsky on the outside of the area, but handball given against Bart Delbitsky, who has now got 56 goals in a Polish shirt at major tournaments. Quite unbelievable for their lead striker.
Indeed. Just seen Kazakhstan, another side, very good at luring opponents into that false sense of security. Czechia do exactly that and then springboard off, and next thing you know, you're conceding a goal at the other end. Yeah,
it looked like they were going out of a whimper against Australia last night, and then all of a sudden decided that enough was enough and turned it on. They went behind after half an hour and still ended up winning the game by 3-1.
We know which end of the field this first half is going to take place. Very much to our right, do you think?
Certainly would think so. Kuharski finding Bienias on the right-hand side. Herdiner, the captain, keeping him company. Kuharski feeding it through, and Teleshuk was a little on his heels there, and Delbitsky was able to pounce on it. Poland will work it back and start again. They already appear to have their pattern set out. Little loose in the middle, flicked up into the air, but the whistle's gone, and it'll be a free kick for the Czech Republic, and Adam Zelenka was the man fouled down on the ground. Zelenka with a goal against Australia last night, also scored against the Germans at the Euro Cup earlier on this year. Germany, who are also in the quarterfinals of the TUI Soccer World Championship. That's Divis, who has been a real thorn in a lot of sides. Australia did well to keep him quiet last night until they didn't.
Well, they kept him quiet for the majority of the game, a good half an hour. All of a sudden, you realise just why he's been one of the standout players of the tournament so far.
The top player, Divis, just sprung to life for the final 10 minutes of last night. Australia thought they'd had him contained. They thought they'd done a number on him. He bit back. Kick in for Poland.
And that's the thing, he certainly knows how to score goals, but he's a good defender as well. Happy sitting back and just taking his opportunities to go forward when they come.
Oh, but Jasiak, who doesn't really need much introduction, trying to wrap his foot around it towards the edge of the penalty area, and Poland will get a kick in. Jasiak, who got 2 goals in the Euro Cup final in that 4-2 victory. And a shot towards the back post from Kuharski wasn't far away, hitting a white shirt. Jasiak also finished runner-up at the Champions League, losing to a Polish side with Eintracht Spandau of Germany. There he is again.
They don't lose many games, Poland, but in recent history it's been the important ones that they have lost. They certainly want a trophy under their belt.
Oh, they'll be desperate for a World Cup. Absolutely desperate. Defeated in 2018 against Germany and beaten in 2019 against the Russians. Kaharski with the kick in for Jasiak. Czechs really desperately trying to take the sting out of the game early on. Jasiak. Given away, and a shot for Novakovsky was blocked.
Play continued there. There's a player still down.
Well, Herden is looking to the referee from assistance, and he's being given absolutely none.
Risky that. He'd gone down. The referee didn't blow his whistle. He let out a rather delayed cry of pain. But the game had carried on.
Leonardo Blanquet Mamad of Brazil, the referee, telling him to get up and get on. Well, there's a little bit of a spill by the Polish keeper. Quite used to seeing the number 98 Christian Stanecki in between the sticks. He's currently on the bench. And forward will come Poland with Jasiak. Delbicki's at the back stick if he wants him. He goes alone. Well, they didn't mean that. No, and it's not being given. Well, there's going to be VAR check on that, or RVAS as they call it here. And I'm pretty sure you'll find that that is him. But the Czechs are pretty insistent that it isn't a goal. It will be cleared up. What's your first thinking on that? Because we don't see the replays.
Well, from what I could see, it came off the crossbar and the post. And what they'll have to look at is whether it bounced over the line or not. It was close, make no mistake. There wasn't much that Dembicki knew about it. Rattled off him at some serious pace, but it's the bounce between when it hit the woodwork. There's a lot of bodies in the way. I wouldn't like to call it either way. Both sides convincing with their cries of appeal.
Well, the Polish social media boys down in the corner are saying that they've got an angle of it. Well, here we go. VAR says goal. Now, that was absolutely not intentional. Jasiak was shooting Delbicki in the right place at the right time. That's the experience of Delbicki, and that's what's got the goal. Jasiak actually was probably a little bit too greedy. Well, here we go.
If you look at the surprise on Delbicki's face, he's obviously reacted to seeing the ball over the line, or he would have been hunting for the follow-up. I think that's the giveaway there, is that once it came down off the crossbar, Delbicki celebrated. He'd obviously seen it go over.
Well, I thought it was in. That was my original reaction, and that's what it was. Czechia now not be able to just sit back and frustrate the Poles. That's a beautiful turn and a chance to equalise for the Czechs. And the pass went across the face and cleared away. And they very nearly had an instantaneous comeback.
They've got to shoot there. He's at the back stick. He's got the goal to aim for. But he elected to pass.
Kick in. Poland. Divis hits it. Are a side that you can get at. You can get goals against. They are a superb side, the Poles. But unlike perhaps the Ukraine this year, I couldn't see a way past Ukraine. I can see a way past Poland, although seeing it and doing it, two very different things. Will be a kick in at some point tonight. There it is. And it was not worth the wait as it goes out and across to the far side for a kick into Poland.
Well, as much as Poland give you a chance, Czechia don't often go looking for it. As you say, they're very patient. They do like to break on you. Just so surprised that they didn't go for goal there.
Jasiak asking for Bienias to make the run. It never came, so it goes to Linzer. Bienias. Czechia will sit in. Poland don't have to overexert now. They have that one goal lead. They can just relax a touch. Battle in the corner will result in a goal kick, and I think that is the right decision from Leonardo Blanquet Mamad. 42 years old, supports Flamengo. Did referee the Soccer Copa America in 25. Been a certified ref in Brazil since 2010. Officiated numerous national and international finals. Poland take that quickly, and Jasiak's touch is poor.
Some serious experience, the officials, don't they?
Oh, they've all got a really impressive CV. No question about that. Carlos Cruz on the other side. Another Brazilian. That's Divis. 4 goals for Divis against the USA. 1 apiece against Greece and Australia. Into the area it goes. It was a little casual on the edge, but they've got away with it. Jasiak getting in to collect the ball. And, well, I wasn't 100% sure the whole board crossed the line there, but a kick in is given.
Fortunate there, Divis. He didn't get too much of the ball, and a few sides in this competition would have gone to ground there, but quite difficult to chop these Polish players down.
Mikola Kodacki scored against Australia, played for Sarmat. Here he comes again. That's a wicked hit from Mikola Kodacki, and it was a very good save indeed from Patrick Zapawa.
It stayed hit, didn't it? Didn't move in the air, just rocketing towards that top corner.
To the edge and off the shin of Kuharski. He himself has a Euro Cup winners medal in the draw. Many of them do. No Telehovsky, Lepsky or Jakub Hatt in the squad for this World Championship. Doesn't seem to have affected them too much at the minute. That's a kick in. Brilliant header away from Kuharski. Divis thought about it, left it for his keeper. Forward he shall come. It's Vondrashek in the Czech goal currently. Divis on the spin. Challenge coming in. And Bart Piakovsky will win the kick in, and Linzer will take it. Kuharski again, offloading it again. Now Bienias, 3 Polish goals in total for him, a Champions League winner, into the area. Good stuff from Pantelashuk. Well, the Poles are appealing for something. I'm not quite sure what it is, Rob.
No, neither am I, in fairness. They're pretty convinced that something's amiss. But it seemed to me that it was regular play and there was no real opportunity for anything sinister to have happened.
Well, we're still none the wiser. They are stopping and they are having a chat.
Well, it couldn't have been something the goalkeeper did. It looked fine to me.
Unless there was a ball, I just don't know. I'm not even going to speculate at this point. Whatever it is, the Poles were alert to it. There was plenty of men in red asking the question.
Well, it is the Polish players who alerted the referees to check it.
Kuharski and the coach, Claudius Hirsch, are in very deep discussion about it. Claudius Hirsch should know. He's been the coach of Poland since their creation. He's been there and done it many a time. You'd think he'd know the rule book word for word.
The Polish defenders are getting defensive instructions, but play's going to continue, so nothing was amiss.
Bienias for Poland then. Kuharski. That's a tricky Zaramba, who's got a bit of an attitude. Scored last night, and I think he thought he'd won the FIFA World Cup. Divis, let's fly. That is not far away. I'm not sure if the keeper got a hand to it or if it took a touch on its way through, but either way, it's a corner.
Late dip on that. It looked as though it was going to fly over the bar, and then just at the last second took a real dangerous looking dip towards goal.
On the cutback, Pantelishuk. That one comes off the foot of Bienias. That one will be a corner. Pantelishuk scored against Serbia. Actually missed the penalty at the Grand Prix Sevens in a quarter-final. And knocked his side out in doing so. That was against BetLive. Be hoping if he gets to another quarter-final shootout that luck changes. Kudatsky sending it into the sky. Herdener's clever touchdown. Bombing down the middle was Adam Zelenka, and he draws himself a free kick. Nicely done.
He was the fill-in in a Polish sandwich then. Always going to be a free kick.
4 white shirts around the ball having a chat. Only the one player inside the area, and that's Adam Zelenka, who won the free kick. 2-man Polish wall is Bienias and Delbitsky. Slightly behind those two is Zaremba. It's Divis, it's saved, and the rebound's over the top. It fell nicely for Mikola Kudatsky. Divis always looked the most likely to be the one to hit it, and when he did, he hit the target again, but once again denied by the Polish goalkeeper.
Another big chance for Czechia there. Loved how they worked the set-piece routine. The players lining up to take the kick ended up being the options. Divis using none of them and instead rocketing one on target, importantly. Testing the goalkeeper.
Kaharski operating on the left-hand side across for Christian Novakovsky, who's had some year in soccer. Elsner can't get that 1-2 through. Pantelishuk shutting it off and then getting a shutting up by the referee. Zareba on the right-hand side for Poland now. Takes his man on, accelerates away. Once again, a shot is blocked, and it will be a kick in for Poland. It
Lovely
will be
quick turn of pace down this right-hand side.
Yeah, he really did put the afterburners on. Here's Kaharski. Again, it's blocked, and that will go out to the fan zone behind the grounds.
It's filled up rather nicely, hasn't it?
Well, it has, and that's because Mexico will be in town shortly. Their quarter-final. Hoping to go all the way to Copa America champions. Delbitsky has his shots blocked, and it will be another Polish ball. It's with Kuharski. To the back post. Novakovsky blocked away and out of the stands. Poland, who beat Latvia in their opening game. Way too good for Latvia. A 4-0 half-time lead, resulting in a 6-2 win. They then beat Argentina. They actually fell behind. Malizia in the 4th minute getting it. Smash past Paraguay as a shot goes way wide from Zaraba. 3-0 half-time lead against Paraguay. Then 3 goals in 4 minutes. And they beat the world champions Oman 2-1. Knocking the holders out after falling behind. Vondrashek's pass out to Divis. Well, they've had a couple of decent workings. The Czech side have had a couple of good opportunities as well. Some nice shots, particularly from that man Divis. And they have looked in the game despite being a goal behind.
Yeah, they've been in the game, and look, Poland have had a few chances, but they're usually peppering the goal. Delbitsky at the back stick, relentlessly usually just tapping goals in, getting shots on target, but he's only really had one chance, and it deflected off him to score the goal. So They're doing a pretty good job, Czechia.
Dambitsky not entirely sure that that went out, would be my understanding from his reaction. Poland topped Group D ahead of Argentina by 5 points.
They were the most superior team in that group by a fair way, you'd have to say.
It was a hard and fast drive from Mikola Kadatsky down the line. Too hard and fast for Patrick Marek. And a goal kick for Poland. This is the Czechs' 9th ever game at soccer. Won 5 and lost 3 of the 8 played so far, which gives them a win percentage of 62.5%.
You'd never know it watching them, would you? That it's only their 9th ever game.
No, but they've had a much better time of it, unbeaten as were Poland. Or as are Poland all the way through this tournament. Elsner. Jaschak. Still Jaschak, he loves it here, and that is why. Poetry in motion from Poland. It's a simple old game. Find a bit of space, get it on that back post, and just get someone to tap it in. Poland 2-0 to the good.
The dynamic duo combining once more. They're so effective because Jaschak will shoot, maybe slightly wayward.
Well, this man will shoot as well, Divis.
No tap in there, unfortunately, for Divis. But again, those two combining for Poland, so effective, and that's their favourite route to goal, really.
Poland, one of 4 sides to top the groups on maximum points last year. All group table toppers this year finished on maximum points, except the Netherlands. And that is the half-time whistle. The Czechs killed off by Dambitsky just being in the right place at the right time. And then by a beautiful but simple and effective second from the Poles. And that's a long way back at half-time. Divis blocked off by the poles as the Czechs start. And I was going to begin the half with having a little chat to you, but I was pretty darn sure that Divis was going to smash one straight away. So, right decision made, as he has done throughout the tournament. But the Poles were alert to that. They put 2 in the wall to make sure that his shot was blocked off and kept away from Polish danger. Hrdana into the area, cleared away by Elsner. Divis will touch it. Zelenka. And Telechuk goes back to Divis. Well, he takes on Delbitsky and he says good night to him, and a shot comes in that actually smashes into Zelenka on its way through. No fear from Divis.
He hasn't been completely starved of shots at goal, has he, Divis? He's popped up in a couple of places where he's had an opportunity to shoot.
Hrdana on the opposite side. Shoots, and it's spilt for a second and gobbled up at the second attempt rather, by Zapower. And Elsner has the ball and will be in no rush at all at 2-0 up to get back underway. Kaharski has space to run into, instead he turns back and goes to Zapower. Large space occupying the centre of the pitch in which to pass into. Novakovsky across to Bienias. Still Bienias goes. Challenge from Pentelechuk. Chance for the Czechs to break. It's 3-on-2 for the time being, but Pentelechuk just ran over to the side and took far too long to burst through past the poles. Divis, he won't take his sweet time over anything. Hrdana shots off of a Polish player, but Divis, I think, has a bit of dissent there and is going to get a talking to.
Yeah, he certainly had a few words to say to Delbitsky after that challenge. He wasn't happy at all, made his feelings known right under the nose of the referee.
Perhaps Delbitsky not particularly pleased about Divis skinning him a minute or two ago.
Won't be the last time those two come head to head.
Kadatsky takes, Divis hit. Oh my goodness me! A contender for goal of the tournament. And Sebastian Divis has rifled one into the far corner. It's Poland 2, Czechia 1.
An absolute rocket from Divis. As I said, he hasn't been starved of opportunity, and that wasn't anything more than a half chance, really. Created it for himself. Made no mistake, though, burying it
Linzer looking to hit straight back, but the Czechs have got the tails up all of a sudden. Kudatski to Divis and back to Vondrashek.
When you play like this, just having a player like Divis who can rocket one, vital player.
Elsner. Kaharski for Linzer. Bit of space to run into. And into the area it goes away. Christian Novakovsky trying to put it in. 2 goals at this year's World Cup. Euro Cup final and this year's Champions League final. He won both. Elsner for Kaharski. Being marshalled all the way by Jakub Nesius. On the turn was Bart Piakovsky, and he doesn't have good memories of World Cup quarter-finals. He was sent off against Romania last year, I think in around the 4th minute.
He's been practically glued to the back stick.
Well, that was a lovely little ball across from Bart Piakovsky. Goes all the way through for the kick in. It must have taken a little touch on its way because it will be a red ball. Kaharski asking for it on the clip across, and that's what he's going to get. Header away. Hrdina trying to get there. Kaharski does well just to drag his body across the Czech skipper. Turn him away from goal. Both sets of players asking for free kicks there. Vondrashek. Divis trying to wriggle. Did take a tumble as he did a couple of times last night, which is about the only thing that doesn't impress me about him. Novakovsky, good strength from Divis this time. Novakovsky didn't like it, but Divis has done his job and he's got the goal kick.
Doesn't mind getting physical at all, does he, Divis? He's magnificent in front of goal, but his real strength is his defensive attributes.
Hrdina still going. Hrdina over the bar. Wasn't that far off.
Not bad at all. Got his head down. Make sure he kept it down, just not quite enough.
46 major tournament games played by the Poles. 37 victories. 80.5 the percentage win rate. They've only ever lost 6 games at major soccer tournaments, the Poles. Saramba. Kaharski scored against Paraguay and Argentina. Threaded through by Elsner, who gets the rebound and takes a tumble. Elsner, who has 10 goals in total for Poland. Only goal here so far has been against Latvia.
It was the faintest of touches, but it was a touch. Free kick awarded. Decent opportunity for Poland. Czechia have had far more of the ball in the second half and have done a pretty good job with it as well.
Kaharski over it currently. Elsner's not too far away. Zaramba trots into the area. Only one shirt inside the penalty area in red. Kaharski saved by Vondrashek, but it was a tough ask to score from there with a defender and the keeper in that goal.
Yeah, bodies in the area, bodies on the line. Good defending from Czechia.
Jacek down in front of us just being asked to put his shorts down again. Likes to creep them up round his waist. Show those tree trunk legs of his. Works hard on them, I'm sure. Wants to show them off. Well, that's a very theatrical tumble on the Polish right-hand side. A free kick is given.
Yeah, there was a push, as you say, a theatrical fall, with the right decision from the referees, and Poland just wrestling back momentum.
Off and running again then. Kucharski. Strike is a good one. Dambitsky was in and around it. Panarek on in the face mask for the first time. Wins the kick in. Panarek, who got a goal against the United States of America in the 7-1 victory. A game where Divis was quite unbelievable. Got the first 4 goals of the game.
Certainly gives them something to aim for, and it did seem as though Divis had a little bit more space with the forward on the field.
Claudio Sash being asked to go back to his technical area. He's ended up on the halfway line shouting his instructions. He's not happy. Divis hitting again and hitting wide.
Not far away at all. Again, with a target man up top, he does tend to find himself in a few more yards of space.
Well, here's a chance for a second. What a save that is. Pantelishuk really should have scored.
Either side of the goalkeeper there, and it's 2-2.
Well, here come the Poles. They might just punish them for it, but they've got it back, and it's really open, this game. Here comes Czechia looking for an equaliser. It's Divis in the back post. How's he missed that?
He's the man you wanted. I was wondering if he'd arrive in time. Needed support. Divis arrived, and he just pulled it.
Unbelievable that Divis has missed from there after everything we've seen from him. Human after all.
How are they not level after those 2 chances? 2 of the biggest chances of the game.
Poland with a gaping hole at the back, though.
They were playing like a side who were behind. Poland are in the lead. They're 2-1 up, and all of a sudden, Poles the size of Mexico in their defence.
Goal kick for Czechia. Strolling forward, Vondrašek. Divis.
You can see, though, that they look far more dangerous when they're breaking quickly than when they do trying to break teams down.
Well, that's poor from Divis. Kucharski will give it to Jasiak. It's not a good touch from Jasiak, and Divis gets in to challenge, and a kick in for Poland is awarded. Moving ball, so it will be overturned, and it will be with Victor Pantelishuk.
There's no rush there for Poland. It's a weird mistake to make, really, isn't it?
Czechia, who topped Group B ahead of Greece, who went out to the host Mexico last night on penalties after a draw. Pantelishuk. Divis again. Might hit it again, does hit it again, hits it wide. Just feel that perhaps he should have used his right foot to finish that chance a little earlier on. Wanted to shift it onto that left peg again.
Getting slightly frustrated with his efforts, the chance he had moments ago.
Well,
certainly good enough to finish them.
Dambitsky looking to get a header on it, and Vondrašek, I thought, would probably come and claim. Instead, he stayed on his line. He has it now. Divis once more. Kucharski. Vondrašek. Forward for Chapela, who is the only outfield player not to score for Czechia. He might change it. Away it goes. Divis. And still Divis! It's in! Divis has delivered once again, coming up with the goods. Czechia 2-0 down, looking like they're down and out. Have turned it around, pulled it back, 2-2.
2 magnificent finishes from their main man. He's dug them out of a hole single-handedly there. We saw him have a few efforts on his left. How about that one on your right?
Elsner, he might pull the trigger. Steady goes to the right-hand side. Another shot. That is a belter from Bienyas. And it cannons off the bar.
They just give you that feeling of inevitability, much like Kazakhstan do. You wonder, are they going to regret not giving more, not attacking more? Although that's something you certainly do not want to see.
Well, you might not mind it if you're Polish. Well, he's back on his feet, but that's a concern. Poland, in many people's mind's eye, this would have been game over, all done and dusted at 2-0. Not to be. Poland perhaps a little too open, not operating defensively enough to close out the game, perhaps. The Poles don't like that, and the referee really doesn't like being told what's what by the Polish players. Shut up and sit down is pretty much the message.
I love the way they handle the players because it's the only way you can do it.
Well, I have to say, I absolutely love that from our referee Leonardo.
I love it as well. You've got to be like that because we've seen how vocal all the teams are, how passionate they are. You just need that calm head, no nonsense, play on. We'd be here all day otherwise.
Well, the Polish will not be dictating to that man there.
They've got the free kick.
Kucharski back for Elsner. Back into Kucharski. Still at the feet of Kucharski, who couldn't find a way through. Keeps hold of it, retains the possession, and Poland will reset. Elsner's ball through is intercepted by Antonin Hrdina. Hrdina, who scored 2 against Serbia, 1 against Greece.
They do have goals in their team, Czechia, but Diviš just does such a good job of disguising his shot behind players.
Jasiak, he is a man much like Diviš who can come up with big moments and change games. Intercepted. Goal kick for Poland, is it? It should be, I think. It is.
Diviš just trying to wind up the crowd, waving his arms in the air, looking to the crowd for support.
Well, it wasn't a goal kick, it was a kick in. Keeper trying to fool us. Elsner again. It's a lovely loft for Elsner. Didn't want to use his right foot. Uses it now, though. Into the area it goes. Hrdina with some beautiful skill to dance past David Linzer and wins a free kick. Linzer, who scored against Paraguay. Vondrashek on the slow burn out of goal. Gudatski. Oh, that's poor. Jasiak. Still Jasiak! Well, I told you. He's the man who can come up with a moment of magic from nowhere. He's done it again. Norbert Jasiak scoring for the Poles, and that is his 5th of the TUI Soccer World Championship.
There's been a battle between two players who hit it harder than pretty much anyone else in the competition. Jasiak, though, potentially with the last laugh.
Diviš nearly pulling it back level once again. An athletic save from Zapawa. Only 2 minutes to go. The Czechs so close.
Well, he wouldn't get a hat-trick, would he, Diviš? Of screamers.
Well, the keeper should claim, and he does. And well, he's gone to ground all by his own doing there and hurt himself.
It's an eye roller.
Kuharski from the pass of Sapala. Elsner. Loose pass, but Kuharski should get there. He's got himself in trouble down in that corner. He's got himself out of it pretty well, but Divis has it. Delbitsky wants to fight with Divis now. Free kick given. Delbitsky has been trying to impose himself on Divis. He hasn't quite done it yet. More imposing in front of goal, Delbitsky.
It's like kicking a tree trunk when you peck at Divis's legs. You've got the right idea. You don't chop an oak tree down from the top.
Divis rolling to Pantelishuk, who sorted his feet really well to even get that foot at his, ball at his feet. And Delbitsky has robbed it for Poland to finish this game and put them in the semi-final. He goes to ground, there's not enough contact there, and the Czechia side will come forward, but only for a second as Poland win the ball back. And surely Delbitsky will just slow it down and give it to Kuharski, who instead will just drive down that middle. He's looking to finish the game, he has! Well, Kuharski, who had every right to just put a foot on the ball and try and bring about a close to the quarter-final proceedings, instead looked up and saw that space, drove to goal and puts Poland into the semi-finals.
They've just had too much for Czechia, too much quality, thunderous efforts. All the goals have been brilliant today. Deserved winners in the end. Czechia, though, making it entertaining.
Divis again, blasted into the pass, and Delbitsky, not good from him, taunting Divis like that. And again.
I suppose it's a compliment, really, to Divis winding up an opposition player so much so that he feels the need to take the mick.
Not very classy from a classy footballer. Gdatsky, Divis, feeding it into the area. Poland with a chance perhaps to add to the misery that has been Czechia's final 3 minutes. Into the area, and the keeper puts it into the side netting. Adam Vondrashek up there, and Poland have gone quickly. Divis handballs it, he doesn't need to, but he has. It was never going in. He felt he had no choice, and he's received a red card. Well, there was a red card in the quarter-final for Poland last year. There's a red card against Poland in this, and Divis has finished his tournament with a red card. He's gone.
Heartbreaking end to a tournament for a player that, had Czechia continued, would have had a real shout for MVP. Did his best in this game.
Well, he's not going to be allowed to sit on the team bench. He will have to depart the stadium early. And that's cruel on Divis, really. It's been a big part of the Czechia story up to these quarterfinals, and in these quarterfinals with two really good goals. And it's a bit of an anti-climax now. This game is over, all bar the whistle. They're checking on VAR, but at the end of the day, if he's been penalised for deliberate handball from a goal-scoring opportunity, what's there to check? Don't think it's going to matter whether or not it was going in the net.
They're going to check it. They're going to come to the monitor. Well, it's numerical anyway. They've won the game, Poland. They were impressive. You mentioned early on that they could be got at. They were. But in the end, too much firepower.
Well, perhaps they were just checking if he'd handled it inside or outside the area by the looks of that.
It was inside.
Well, I thought it was outside.
Ah, well.
Didn't think it was there, though. I thought it was actually a little wider than central. Doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things now.
Well, they've checked it, so it must have been outside the area.
Kucharski and Elsner over it. Kucharski, who has got one. Delbitsky's got one. Kucharski now nearly had another. Bienias looking to strike as well. Full-time whistle blown. Well, Poland had a 2-0 lead. It looked like it was just going to be a walk in the park. But that changed when Divis hit back with 2 to make it level. And with just 3 minutes to go, it looked like it was going to soccer penalties. But no, Poland got a third and then compounded their misery with another goal just a moment later. Poland through to the semi-finals tomorrow. Czechia, in their first ever World Championship, are going home.